late as long as you get there. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
especially you had your time to cover it. So I came in here and I was like, came in here and I was like, I said, well, you need me, Greg. We walked for a minute because he ain't really know for a second. So I was like, he said I do oversized whatever, and he ain't saying nothing for a minute. I said, is it that bad? And he looked at me. He was like, nah, it's not that bad. The stone is not bad. It just that we got a bunch of oversized. So I was like, oh, okay. Then we kept walking a little bit too, or whatever. And I said, well, I mean, I can do oversized. And I can like float for you at the end of the day if you need me to float somewhere. And he was like, he said, all right, go ahead and do oversized. So then after that, he was like, I'm gonna go do oversized. As I was doing oversized, I didn't know that I was the only nigga technically doing oversized.
Mhm.
So when that was happening, I ain't find out that until like middle of the day after lunch when I'm walking down the aisles just to see, any oversized shit out. Carlos would say, "Hey, can you go on G and H?" I'm like, "Hmm." I said, "Okay, no problem," because I was on C. Actually, I was on D, and I was like, "Okay, Carlos, no problem." So I went down there. It's a bitch ton of oversized just sitting on carts. They organized it. They had to organize it because they had their superiors in there today. And then, as I'm looking, that shit was stacked up, and it was hell. So anyway, that's technically my day.
Mhm.
Then they was fighting over where they wanted me at. I was doing oversized, and then my PA Brittany, she was like, no, Greg was like, hey Demetrius, can you float? He said I need you to float. I said, oh, all right, no problem. So I was floating, and then when Brittany came from the dock, Brittany was like, Demetrius, why are you floating? We need you doing oversized. Who's doing oversized? So I told her, I said, well, Greg told me to float.
Mhm.
And she was like, well, who's doing oversized? Well, she ain't say who's doing. I just told her, I said, Rico's doing oversized. She said, Rico, that's one person. And I was about to say, girl, I was only
Mhm.
doing oversized in the warehouse all day. What you mean it's only one person? But she was like, nah, Rico don't stow oversized fast like you. So, like, nah, I need you to do it. Nah, Rico can float. And I was like, well, Greg told me that. And that's what Greg just happened to walk around the corner. Like, he just happened to walk around the corner. Like, it was so coincidental. The nigga just walked around the corner. And, and Brittany was like, Greg, nah, 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 nah. I need the Demetrius to do what I told her to do. And, and Greg was like, just come on, Demetrius, come on, Demetrius. Yeah, he said, just do oversized. It was funny because she kind of gave her like a big ass attitude, bro.
Mhm.
And it's kind of weird because they was close, like they was like real close because they was like the two only PAs, so they would like literally work together. They have to work together and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
the funny thing about it, it's like now that I know she's about to leave, it's like they haven't really been close that I've been seeing for real, for real. And I doubt it's because of Greg, because Greg really was a lot of help when he came because it was just her for real, for real. So, but it's just crazy.
Something probably happened behind the scenes.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I don't know. But I did feel that energy change with Brittany. Like even with me, like she was like she usually be like you don't want to say uppity with me, but she will be like joking around a little bit with me or whatever, and then all of a sudden like she don't have that drive no more. But at the same time, I don't know if it's because of me because she don't like Anthony, and I be hanging around Anthony. I wouldn't say a lot, but when Anthony here, like we literally tend to like talk a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know. If she just been seeing me and Anthony, especially on breaks. But I don't know. But she don't like that nigga. She do not like that nigga.
Mhm.
Like no, she don't like that nigga. She said, "I don't like males who gossip." That's what she told somebody.
Oh,
And Anthony said, Anthony said, "Well, I don't like females since they 25s with 4 kids."
what? He did not say that.
He ain't say that to her, but he said that to the same girl that went back and told her, that told him what Brittany said. So, and
Oh my god.
I was like, Anthony,
I'm
you need to
squaring up.
chill, bruh. You need
Real
to
talk.
chill. You
Like, what
squared
the
up with,
fuck?
wait, you squared up with Anthony?
Yes, what the fuck?
But
Smacking
don't
the
you
shit
think?
out of him.
But don't you think it's kind of messed up for her to sit right here and say that though?
What did she say again?
That she don't like males who gossip.
Bruh, he. She just pointed out something that, a guy like him, do. How you gonna come after the fact that she got kids before 25?
How many you
Or,
want me to
like,
get? Two,
about.
three? I'm gonna get three. I'm gonna get three. I'm gonna get three. I heard you say. I heard you say.
That just don't make sense, bro. I
I'm good.
swear
I'm
now,
good.
real talk.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I ain't gonna ask. I tell you, snickerdoodle. You gonna hand them out? I just keep grabbing the snickerdoodles. I ain't stressing. Yeah, that's not. Nah, sir. I'm a snickerdoodle. You said you got soda in the refrigerator? I'm gonna go get one. I got to put mine in the refrigerator. Hmm. Mine, but Anthony do be gossiping a lot though. He a loudmouth, and that's why
I
they
bet
don't want
he
to be.
does.
Yeah, he does. He does, and I be telling him to calm down too because he want to be a learning ambassador. But I told him, I said, it don't matter how good your rates are, and he really good. He's like the top rated person in there. He fasts in almost everything. Besides, I don't know. I'm about to ask him today. I wanted to ask him, like, are you fasting picking steaks? I was talking to John earlier about this. Me and John had a healthy talk today. So,
So what happened?
we had a healthy talk. I tell you, I'm about to get into it.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but this Anthony part. So,
Mhm.
I was telling him, I said, Anthony, you got to stop talking, man. I said, you got to calm down. Because he was running his mouth. And this at the end of the door, the end of the cycle. So we all about to get ready to go on break or whatever. And they're going to stop taking stage. That cycle. Excuse me.
Mhm.
So he's running his mouth, right? And I was like, Grace said, hey, Demetri, go up there on G&H. I need your help up there with oversizing and snowing and floating around. Just, clear any packages, stay there and lingering. So as I was doing that, Brittany, Brittany called me. Demetrius, you sit stone? You sit stone? I was like, yeah, Brittany, when you need me. He said, I need you up there with Anthony Hours. He over here running his goddamn mouth. Like he talking too fucking much. Like it's sit packages there. He just running his mouth sitting there. So that's how I know she really don't like the nigga. But at the same time, he do be bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? But he kind of lost his drive. I'm not defending him for. I'm really not. But he kind of lost his drive because they will be selective of who they want to target. You know what I'm saying? Because it was people that wasn't doing nothing, and they'll say nothing to them, but Anthony be like throwing his ass off, and they say, Anthony, your owls is back there. Why you got packages on the floor? Anthony was like, well, you see on my right, all their lights is on. All their hampers is about to get ready to stop. Y'all doing chat pack for their owls, and their packages are on the floor. They have two, three carts. Well, you can come to me and tell me why my package is on the floor when I'm sweating and you see me sweating and stuff like that, and they not even busting a sweat. Anthony said, nah. He said, Demetrius, after that, I don't talk to none of them in there. He don't talk to John. He don't talk to Carlos. Him and Carlos are real close. He don't talk to none about none of them. He said until they learn how to respect me, bro, I respect them. And I said, Anthony, I understand they do the same shit to me, but you just gotta push through that shit because if you don't push through that shit, you'll be locked in right there where you at for a minute. And you think they care that you not talking to them? They can, they don't. Literally, John literally told me that now here's the John part. I was talking to John. I asked John. I said, I'm gonna get back to the care part also. When I was
Mhm.
talking to John, I said, John, why y'all do me dirty? He said, what you talking about? I said, the OVs, man. Why you gonna do me dirty? I said I was gonna do OVs, y'all kind of killed me last week. He said, Dimitri, I'm sorry. I just wanted to give y'all, give you a break and stuff like that. I said, a break? He said, yeah, I didn't. I forgot it was oversized Mondays too. Yada. And it sounded like he was understanding. He said, I got you tomorrow though. So I got work at 5 a.m. today. So, but
Oh, okay.
then plus I am saying that fuck that shit. But then he was
Didn't
like,
you just wake up?
yeah, I did.
So how the freak you have no choice but to stay up because you
Nah,
just
y'all
woke up?
niggas be doing that. I don't know how y'all able to do that. Y'all can wake up, go smack back to sleep for multiple hours.
Who's y'all? No, no, no. Demetrius, you have to understand, I'm more similar to what you go through with sleeping than John, Jasmine, or anybody that could actually like fall asleep on command, bro. And I
John, Jasmine, and
witnessed
Joe,
them.
them niggas.
Joe too, bro. He'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Hold on, I'm going to sleep." Be knocked out, bro. My siblings got that same power too.
Mm-mm.
Now, when I come home, let's say from work, right? I get home like around 6 o'clock, 6:30 from Baltimore. I go to sleep and then I wake up at 8. I can't go back to sleep until 1, 2, 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. No matter how hard you
That's
try.
my issue. So let's say if I got home, let's say I left work early, I came home around 4, and I go to sleep at 4:30, whatever. Wake back up around let's say 6 or 7. I still can't go to sleep until like 12, 1 o'clock.
Mm.
So not just you, it's me too.
No, that should be killing me. Even I take melatonin. Only thing that knocked me out there was Nyquil. I used to hit that shit when I wasn't even sick. That's how like much I had to sleep.
Mm,
Like
mm,
chicken waffle days when I had to wake up at 6 a.m. I had to
mm,
take Nyquil.
mhm.
I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep.
Nah, I freaking hate the taste of Nyquil. I couldn't do it.
It helps like shit
I'd
though.
rather
I like the
I'd
burn.
rather
It
stay
makes me feel
awake.
like my body's getting healed.
What the fuck?
But let
Hell
me get back.
no.
Let me get back. So
God.
talking to John about OVs, he said he got me tomorrow, and I was
Mhm.
like, John, let me also talk to you. I said, what about these learning ambassadors and stuff like that? And I'm just going in order. So
Okay.
halfway order, if I remember it. So he was like, which ones? You got their names? I'm like, damn. I know I'm kind of his informant, but that nigga's really like he want me to give names. I know some of their names.
Damn.
I don't know all their names. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mhm.
was like, I said just in general, and he kind of stopped me and cut me off. And cut me off. He was like, well, I vouch for like tall Hispanic guy. He was just naming them as descriptions. Tall Hispanic guy, black guy with the hoodie. Alice, I know who Alice was. He those three he said he vouched for. And tall guy, the whole black guy with a hoodie, he's good, but he don't got that learning ambassador like push to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Alex, she like loudmouth when she want to,
Mm.
ghetto when she want to, but she's soft spoken when if somebody say, "Can you train him?" and she be soft spoken, this how you do this, da, 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 and she will show
Oh,
you and
that's
stuff like
cool.
that. Yeah, but
Mhm.
I don't know, I don't know, I don't know because she be. Then I heard that yesterday, Shayla, Anthony was like, Shayla was about to punch her in the face only
What?
because, only because she was talking to them like she was above them with that vest on. And she said, Shayla was like, Shayla was like, when when you didn't have that vest on, you wasn't talking to us like that. Shayla, and then Alex is like, well, I do now, or some shit like that.
Oh.
And I said, oh, I said, that's y'all friend? That's y'all friend. You know what I'm saying? And Anthony was like, see, let me get one of those vests. I was showing him what it really means to be above everybody. I said, Anthony, you're not above nobody with the
Anthony
vest on it.
sounded fucking annoying, bro.
Anthony is stupid, man. He's so fucking stupid, bro. So then, and he was like, why, Demetri? What's going on? I said, because, like, in my eyes, right, excuse me, if you're a learn ambassador, you should be able to outstole me. Sarah, I outstole that whole warehouse my 3 days I was at last week. I think I worked 3 or 4 days last
Oh
week.
yeah, you did. Yeah, you did
Yeah,
tell
I
me you
outstole
had
the
the
entire
best day.
warehouse. I said
Mhm.
none of the learning bags was up there, but Marcina, and Marcina is transferred to Joseph Warehouse. I said, y'all, so y'all transferring all the good
The
people.
good
Or
people.
Marcina was on my ass last week, and she wasn't even busting a sweat. I had to take my vest off. I'm sweating. She wasn't busting a sweat. I don't know. I should have asked her how she stowed because she was doing her shit. She was doing her
Well,
shit.
one thing is that Hydesville traffic, as far as packages, I feel like because you chose, for you, Demetrius, you chose a warehouse that people don't really consistently buy Amazon packages, only because, like, ever since last year, I don't think I've seen an Amazon truck come around my way. I'm like 10 minutes from the warehouse. So
Yeah.
not a lot of people are ordering unless it's like those apartments that's up the street from me. Other than that, no one's really buying from Amazon around my area. But Joseph's warehouse, not only does he get Maryland, he gets DC and Virginia. He literally got all three.
I know you was in your ass kicked 1 a.m. to 9.
Bro,
Woo-wee. You getting your
it's like
shit
they.
kicked there, yo.
No, Demetrius, that's probably the worst warehouse to start off with when you're new. Like,
Hmm.
I do wish that I started at DLD 7,
That's
but
what
then
you
I
would have
don't.
loved it, man.
But I
You would have
wouldn't
loved it.
be where I'm at right
I
now,
know.
cause
I
why?
know. I know.
But I wish I did. I wouldn't hate it as much because when I feel like it was like consistent packages over and over, and you know what I would want?
Non-stop.
I would want her, like the girl you're talking about that's transferring, to
Hmm.
tell if you ever got in contact with her, had any updates. See how she feels at that 1 a.m. mark, bruh.
I'm gonna ask
From
Anthony do he
one,
got her number and his stuff, cause he be having a lot of nigga numbers. Like he like got everybody numbers for real, for real.
oh
I'm gonna see if
yeah,
he has her. I'm gonna ask her, cause Monsino was like real nice. She helped me out. Well, I really didn't need her, but she helped me in a way. You know what I'm saying? And she was real nice.
yeah,
She said, "I'm trying to help you out. You know, I see you came back and you knew whatever." I said, "Yeah, I'm
yeah.
just taking my foot back in the door. I was here before, or whatever, whatever." She, "Oh, that's nice." And she was real generous. She was a learner best. Like she was like really good. Like
Mhm.
really, really good.
Oh,
Like
she's a learning
talk.
ambassador.
Yes, like she talked to you. She was
Oh, she's gonna
nice.
be nice.
Like really good, bro. Like for real.
Hyattsville about to change her. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say.
because
Hi.
we changed her too over here because she decided to slow down. She slowed down because she said they're not about to work me to death, and there's people sitting around walking around doing nothing, and I was like, mm. And I noticed that when she said that, I really noticed because I was feeling it myself. I'm like, damn, me flown up and down the warehouse, everywhere. She said, where you been at? I said, well, they had me float up and down the warehouse. She said, they got, oh, so now they got you doing it. I was like, oh. I said, tell me, what's the tea? What's the tea? Tell me about it. And that's what she filled me in with majority of my information about it. And I was like, and she basically like confirmed it for me. But she basically was telling
Yeah.
me that they worked her to death too, and they would drain everybody out, and then don't say nothing to nobody else. And that's how I went smart to John with it. I said, so John, so y'all gonna work everybody to death in here, but y'all gonna walk around not saying nothing, niggas leaning, just not carrying the word, walking around, shit like that. He said, Demetrius was working on it. And I said, nah, John, don't give me that
Said
bullshit answer.
Jimmy.
I said, John, don't give me that BS, John. And he knew I was serious. I said, John, don't give me that BS.
Mhm.
And he was like, Demetrius, I really do. I understand it. I said, John, because when I be a villain, and that's what the second time I told him this, I said, when I be a villain in here, I don't want you to say, Demetrius, you need to calm down. I don't want y'all to say that because I will escalate things to the utmost respect. Like, y'all gonna be mad. I don't care who I'm going. I'm going at everybody's throats. I didn't say that, but that's basically that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she filled me in, whatever. She was real nice and stuff like that. But
Yeah, but Heisel about to change her
yeah, it
work
is.
wise. Like the
It is.
environment.
Yeah.
When I tell you the environment there is not welcoming. Like you can tell everybody got their own clique,
Hmm.
and if you're not a part of that clique, then you're excluded from
You,
whatever is
I'm
going on.
as your sisters about how I was. I literally was upstairs by myself because they it was clicked up downstairs, and then I knew
Mhm.
people, but I wasn't gonna say, hey, let me sit with you. I wasn't gonna do that lunch, that fucking high school shit. I wasn't doing that. I rather sit upstairs by myself in the cold break room. Nobody's coughing and shit. And my people gradually started to come upstairs because I was upstairs. That's how it happened. You
Yeah.
got, but ask them about it. They know it. They seen it with their own eyes.
Mhm.
Literally, it's
Yeah, I
literally clicked
did.
up in that bitch. But
Yeah, I don't like it
okay,
either.
back to the LAs. I
Yeah,
said, John,
go
if
ahead.
they can't outstone me, and I carried the warehouse last week, he said, "Yeah, bitch, I know." I said, so why they learn the best? I said, learn the best who trained me. They was the top dogs in the warehouse. Where we
Mhm.
get these half-ass niggas? Basically, I said, and he was like, well, all the top dogs they don't want to be learning ambassadors. I'm like, hmm. And she was like, for instance, her, and it was this girl. It was a dyke girl. You remember what I say about the dyke girl? It was this
Yeah.
dyke girl there, and she wasn't a learning ambassador. She was kind of good. She was kind of nice and stuff like that. She'd teach you, but at the end, at the same time, she would sit right here and be like, um, she'd say, yeah, can you she said, hey, can you move down a little bit? Can you do these? I like, I'm doing two. She said, can you do this third aisle for me? And it'd be her aisle, and she'd do one aisle. Like she'd be trying to finesse everybody. She'd try to finesse everybody, and then she'd slack off, or that she would half do the job, or she won't stow right. We ain't had no learning ambassador that did that when I was there. Like, so I lied to you not, bruh. We had the top dogs, bruh. And they was cool, they was funny. Especially Allen. That nigga Allen was hilarious. This is a white guy, bruh. He was funny as shit. He had me in tears early in the morning, bruh. I was so much in tears. Nah, Miss Allen not there no more, she. All the learning ambassadors like Christy, the Brian, all them gone, bruh. Remember that black girl that stood up and said, yeah, this y'all sticking. She was there, she knew who I was, but then she left. Like she literally vanished. She haven't been back since then. They all gone, bro. It's besides Kevin. And when I came back, Kevin's like, "You do look familiar. You was here before." I was like, "Yeah, I came. I was here in 2021." He said, "I know it because you look familiar." But and Kev and John was like, "Yeah, she was good." And I was like, "Josh too was." He was like, "Yes, Josh gave us yesterday and stuff like that." And John was like, "Well, because it was because of Kevin." I said, "Yeah, I've been hearing," and I kind of took the story over from then, and we started walking here to go to Problem Solve, and I was like, "Well, I'm hearing that Kevin like he's kind of not approachable, but approachable at the same time." And John was like, "I heard that a lot too. It's the fact that." No, John said he isn't approachable. I said, well, no, John, he's approachable. It's just you gotta approach him. He's not going to approach you, you know. So
Yeah.
because when you say, "Hey, what's up, Kevin?" And start talking to him, he's like really cool, really cool. Like he have a whole conversation with you. Won't show no like it won't be weird. Like he won't be weird. I heard you get you out the conversation. Like it be like
Mhm.
it's okay. Like he's really cool. To say he won't come to you and say good morning. Like what you doing right now? He won't have a conversation with you. Like he won't help you. Hey, I seen that you didn't do your packages right. He won't do none of that. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's what he said about ugh piece of hair. That's what I told John about. And he was like, yeah, I know. And I told him, I said, one of the reasons I also did want to be a learning ambassador is because, like, I wanted to have a kind of serious, not serious conversation with Kevin about it because they can't say, hey, Kevin, you're doing this wrong. You can't do that. They got to go to his superiors, and the superiors can relay to him. So we give him complaints. We get John, our managers, complaints. The the higher ups that come in, like we had higher ups come today, they had to go talk and like tell them, hey, we hearing that Kevin because Kevin's like tier 3, like he's the only tier 3 for real, for real. So besides, like I think he's the only tier 3 besides like the head managers, head AMs or our managers. I don't know, but so all these complaints gonna get sent to him after they complain to the higher ups, and so he said it's a process to it, and they've been working on it. There been several complaints, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn.
Mhm.
And then come to find out, I don't know how true this is. I'm gonna go back to the John when I had to talk to John, but excuse me. Anthony was saying that Nick, the higher up, like op manager above almost all the op managers, he was picking people on a list to go to Highsville, and he didn't know who he was picking. And now he's about to get fired, and we got to get a whole nother operations manager above all the managers. I
Bro,
said,
what?
what? Exactly. I said, Anthony, I said, you lying. And he was like, hell no, I'm not lying. That's a bullshit. We need to get these people back in here. They need to do they got to repick everybody. And I said, but it's already through the system now. So I mean, I don't think they can sit right here and just, hey, you want to come back? We gonna repick and your name might be on the list again. Like, no, no, that's not gonna be it. They deadline was 31st. The 31st
Nah,
is
that's
the
wild.
first right now. So
Oh yeah, it was on Saturday or Sunday.
yeah, and then I found out that Q, one of my crews. Crew, people that hang with my crew, she came up here mad as shit yesterday. I heard she came up here mad because she couldn't get in the building. She said, "I'm gonna keep coming till they don't let me in." And once they really say, "Hey, we don't need you no more," your badge is not working. So I heard that she got in the building. She wanted to talk to John and everybody, all the op managers, and it like she just came in here real furious and mad and shit like that. And I was like, well, she should have known that but Q was real good too. Like she was the best jackpot and problem solver in there. And I wish she would have told me her last day was the day I worked with her. Well, like the last day last week I worked with her, because I wanted to ask her to help me problem solve. I wanted to learn from her, bro. I really did, because she did that shit like it was clockwork. Like she scanned the package, boom, 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 taking out the problem solve, done. Like she did her like, bro. When I was doing problem solve, I knew what I was doing, but I didn't know it was like I knew 25% what I was doing, and 75% I didn't know what I was doing, literally. And they was like, hey, when this probably you know, it's like they was. I'm gonna say they want to rush me, they was bullshit me through it. Like and it was a learning about they teaching me. That's why I know they don't know. Like I just know it, bro. And that's what I told John about. I said, listen, if we want to train new hires, because apparently everybody start hiring people again soon, because everybody's gone, and once that peak season come back, but I think it's in a month or two. But
I
if they
think I
want us,
understand the cycle because this is around the time Joseph was getting hired, or like closer to June.
yeah, I got hired in June, so literally, so I know it's probably around that time. So when I um when I was telling him, I said, if y'all want to hire some new people, I said, these learnabouts that I got now is staying it. And I said, John, I will learn names and I will sit right here and tell you, but I don't want to be right here and say, hey, even though these are your people, this is what I think. I will tell you what I think, and I won't say, hey, I don't care if you. I'll tell you, like, I don't care if you pick them, handpick them. Like, you don't see what I see, because the people he did handpick are not good at what they do. And here's another catch. A catch. He also was like, hey, they can be the best stower, but they pick rates gotta include good. They gotta be good too. So you gotta have good stow and pick rates, because that's like influence their decisions also. And I was like, And I said, well, they didn't give Anthony. I wasn't speaking this, but I just thought in my head, I was like, well, damn, they didn't get Anthony learning ambassador, and he'd been wishing for it. And I said, it's maybe because his pick rates is low. And and I was like, hmm. And I said I was gonna talk to Anthony, but I said, Anthony, I said, do you pick fast? And I said, do you bullshit? And that's what he said. He said a lot of people like who want to be learned ambassadors, they be the main people bullshitting around, or they be the main people having good stow rates and be shit at picking stage, or having trash stow rates be good at picking stage and stuff like that. You got to be consistent and stuff like that.
Balance.
Yeah, and I was like, and that maybe opened my eyes, because maybe just because I don't see that they not hitting rates, they probably hitting the rate and they not exceeding it, and I'm the only one exceeding it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the best of the best, but they actually hitting their rates consistently every day. They're doing what I'm doing, but they're not overdoing it. I'm kind of overdoing it, but that's just how I work. I work on like 100% and times two every time I work in there. It's just something my body do. I don't ask me, but I overdrive basically, and
Mhm.
they don't overdrive. They just hit their rates and stuff like that. And that's I'm assuming, like I said, and then here's another part, right? And here's the big catch they got me today, the big ass catch they got me today. So I was talking to John. I kept talking to John. We was talking for, like I said, healthy talk. I think we talked for like 20 minutes, dead ass. And I already clocked out and shit like that. So I was walking around talking
Mhm.
to him, and he was like, you know, and I said, I think I ended the conversation with, I said, y'all got all the good people away and stuff like that. And he told me a couple people that he got away too. And I said, yeah, man. I said, I put full time. I said, I did. I said, I actually put full time in today. I said, I
Oh,
actually did it today. I put an application
you
for full
did?
time in. Yeah, it was another application I could have put in. I put an application in for full time today, and for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And he was
Sunday,
like,
Monday. Oh, that's perfect.
yes, it is. And that's front end. The front end I like
Oh
to
yeah,
work.
that's yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
So and
So
he was
this
like,
is like cross
hmm
fingers.
yeah, but here's the big catch. I'm about to get to the
Oh
big catcher.
shoot.
I talked to Ashley about it, right?
Mhm. HR.
I, Yeah, no, I'm talking to John now. I said, John,
Okay.
I wanted to talk to Ashley about it because I just put it in and stuff like that. I put a whole HR case in and everything. They ain't answered me, so I closed that shit. I was like, she must not be here, but she not answer. She answered that shit in the first hour or two. Like she be on her shit
Why
sometimes.
did you cancel it?
I
Just
canceled
leave it
it.
open.
I canceled it because I was gonna talk to John anyway about it because John know it. John will know it. All the op manager will know if there's positions open in the warehouse for full time or whatever. So
Okay.
when I was talking to John about it, I said, Ashley not here, and he said to me, that's another thing. Like we have Grace come in or whatever, but Grace only do so much because she's technically not ours no more, and Ashley's out. And he was like, well, one thing I can tell you is that full time not opening for like maybe in 2 months. And she said that's it's gonna be a wow. That's the last time he spoke to her about it. I think that was like last week. But he said it is a PA slot opening up.
Uh,
And
what he's
Greg was
trying.
Let me tell you, Greg was
Mhm.
actually just telling me at lunch or around after lunch sometimes. He said, Demetrius,
Mhm.
like, like you'll be a great PA. Like if you move up, get full time. I want you to get full time. I want you to move up. I want you to be, top dog in here. Like you'll be a great PA. They're gonna move you up so fast if you get full time. And I said, well, yeah, I'm hip. I already know about that, Greg. I'm just waiting for full time. He said, I love to see when you get full time, Demetrius. For you to move up. And that's all he kept saying. And he walked away. And when he said, just go finish overtime for me. And then he just kept saying it. He was like, just hope you get full time. And John
Why
told me
don't you?
that. And he said, it
Mhm.
is a PA slot opening up. And he kind of looked at me like, are you going to take it? And I was like, I said, oh, okay. I said, and that will help me. Reason he brought it up is because they know that I've been trying for a long time to sit right here and try to get full time. And he
Mhm.
said, but he said the full time PA slot is going to convert you. And I said, and I kind of cut it off, finished the sentence. I said it's going to convert me to full time, and it's going to have me get the same days I wanted to be on full time. He said absolutely, and I was like, damn. But I was going to have a talk with him today. Like I'm gonna apply for it this time. I should apply last time. I'm gonna apply this time, but I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna be like, if I do get PA, only reason like we had this talk also. Only reason why I don't want to be a PA because I want to move up. Like I want to be AA, learn ambassador, then PA. Then like I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to skip ahead.
Mhm.
Cause how I was explaining to my grandma and my dad earlier this morning, I was telling them, I said, now why in the hell why I just skipped the PA, and then the trainings that we got are trash, and now I gotta oversee all of them. So now I gotta still work probably harder just oversee them, when I could just be
Mhm.
a AA, a learn ambassador, train these people, and then become a PA. And then the people that I'm training is actually already okay. They decent because I trained them, and then now I can oversee do my job a little bit better. You know what I'm saying?
I
It's like
have
I'm
I have
skipping
something
it.
to say about that too.
You
After
know
you
what I'm
finish, I'm gonna tell you
saying?
my part. Yeah.
And I was like, and it kind of let me on the cliffhanger, and I was like, damn. But as he was walking back and stuff like that, and John, he was speaking out loud, like he wanted. I want to say he wanted everybody to hear it, but we was talking like a lot of information and
He
stuff,
didn't
and we
care
just
who was
yeah, we walked
listening.
past op managers, AAs, they was picking the stage and shit like that, and we was just
Mhm.
talking. Everybody saw us was talking and shit like that about it, and I was like, oh yeah, these niggas really gonna be in this bitch, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really think they do. My only issue with becoming the PA is the fact that I'm gonna have to learn the entire matrix system about the whip and how much the whip and stuff. I'm still trying to learn it a little bit. I'm gonna get into it just a little bit. It's the fact that
Mhm.
like we have 8,000 packages at the dock, and we
Mhm.
inducted 8,000, right? No, we inducted
Yeah.
6,000 of those packages. So we inducted 6,000, but the stores is storing at a low rate. I can't really explain it because I don't know it, but they
Mm.
storing slow. And when the stove is slow, and they pushing packages, it mess up the whip because the whip would be in the negative. The whip can be in the negative. It got to be in a balance, even like a balanced number. That means the packaging is sent out at a steady rate, and the stove is storing at a steady rate. But when the stores is getting like out pushed out by the volume, it messes up. They got to pause the process. Hey, can you stop for 3 minutes for me? And that's when they. I don't know if you've seen it, but sometimes they tell everybody to stop for 5 minutes or whatever. They ain't doing that at your house.
No.
Well,
Shit, I wish they told us to stop for 5 minutes.
that's what they tell us. They tell us like,
Fuck.
"Hey, stop for 3 minutes, stop for 5 minutes," and stuff like that. And that's to mess up the whip and
Nah,
stuff like that. And then they will
that's
literally pause the
crazy.
lines back there and say, "Hey, y'all stop for a minute, let the stores catch up." And they do that, like they will do that in my warehouse, and that to keep the whip in balance. So that's like a whole matrix. It's like when that stuff happens, the PA's got to go around and say, like, hey, they got to go to aisles and say, hey, can you stop storing and stuff like that. That's what they got to go around and do. So with that being said, my only issue is the fact that I gotta kind of be a loudmouth because them niggas be yelling in there. Like you know how they
Yeah, I
yell?
know.
Them niggas
Yep,
be yelling.
I
You
know.
know what I'm saying?
And
So
it be the people that don't really need to be
they be yelling
yelling, bro.
loud. They be next to you yelling. I'm like, why are you yelling?
I looked at him crazy. He gonna look at me back, Thomas. So sorry. Literally, bro. I'm like, this is too early. This is like 2 a.m., bro. We just started. Why are you yelling? That shit would literally get me, bro. I don't know. I'm never, ever doing that again, bro. Unless I needed to, I don't think I could go
And the funny
back.
thing is, and that was basically my whole day. But the funny thing is, when my Uber, right,
Mm.
I knew she was gonna be something because she texted me and she was like, "Don't cancel. I gotta go back in the house. I forgot something." I'm like,
Oh, Lord.
"Girl," I said, "Girl," I said, "Girl." Then I was like, "Okay." Yeah, I just said, "Okay, it's good." 'Cause I
You
wasn't even in
say
a rush.
girl?
No, I didn't say girl, but I just said
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I just said okay.
What? What did your brother say?
He said, "I hope you didn't say that because that's just like gay." But anyway,
What?
anyway,
Why would
anyway.
he say that?
Cause he homophobic. You are, bro. You homophobic. Just say it is what it is, right? It's gay. It's gay for none of this. Say girl, okay? What if it's to a female? Alright. You don't gotta be masculine all the time, bro. It's gay.
Yo, he weird.
So okay,
No,
bro.
it's not.
What if
It's
you
the way
joking?
he.
What if you joking? Even still, I can't joke about it. So homophobic is shit, yo. You don't hear yourself. I'm joking. Comedians joke like females all the time. They gay.
Mm,
He said he never liked it. He never liked it. Okay. so
your brother just hate him.
so with that being said, right? I get in the car. She said, "My bad. I had to go in the house to get my charger. My phone was literally about to go dead picking you up." I was like, "No problem. You go. I ain't stressing." So she was like, "She said, I used to work at Amazon. I used to work in the one in Upper Marlboro." And I was like, "Oh." I said,
Mm,
"You was in the warehouse?" And she was like, "Yeah." She said, "Man, she was like the best of the best and stuff like that." And she talked to me like she knew her shit. And I was like, "Oh, nah,
mm,
I know you probably was the best of the best." Like she was really talking me down. Like usually I do all the talking. People's like, "Oh, how's Amazon?" And I do the whole talk. But she was talking to me like we was having back and forth. 'Cause she was like, come with the op managers. Like the managers should have been going around and stuff like that. Get on people and stuff. And then that's when they was like, I was like, well, back in 2021 they did. And she said I think she said she recently just left Amazon. I said 2021 they did because I was in 2021. I mean, I just came back. And she was like, you just came out. I said I came back like a year ago, but I came back. And I said they was walking
mm,
around marking people up and stuff like that. And she was like, man, they needed to do that. I said, yeah, they did. And the fact that he said the fact that they ain't going around and they ain't sit right here and get on people and write them up because they owls. She said you go in their owls and then they owls is backed up and stuff like that. And I said, you understand it. I said you really must have been going through it.
mm.
Hold on. But she was like, yeah, because it made it harder for me. Like, how you gonna want me to work hard and then they going around tossing packages and then they gonna ask me to go help and then it's backed up over there and stuff like that. And I said, well, I said, you do got a point. I said, you literally got a point. Anyway, we had a long conversation. She knew her shit. and she said she was having her she was thinking about her son to get back in there. And I told her, I said, well, I said either warehouse. I said I recommend Upper Marlboro. I didn't recommend Hyattsville because I said they might not be hiring because they just transfer people out of my warehouse. I said Upper Marlboro and then Lanham. I said those two I can recommend for you right now. I said I don't think Hyattsville is gonna be opening up soon. Probably in December side sometimes or November or October, but I'm not like soon. She said, well, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna be looking at it and stuff like that. It was so bad. Oh, I'm gonna say it was so bad. But she was so in tune with Amazon, just Amazon in general. She said she had a notification pop up when it's openings for it. And I said, damn. I said a lot of
That's
niggas. She was a
dedication.
yeah. I said a lot of black people don't do that, man. A lot of people like, well, I can't get a job. I can't do this and that. Man, she had notifications pop up to her phone when any warehouse is opening up in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like she said, Amazon people shit on Amazon so bad. This is what she said. I wasn't even. I didn't even get a chance to even say nothing about it. She said, "Well, people shit on Amazon so bad. They got benefits. They pay you good." She said, bro, I was walking around with $1,000 a check, $1,000 plus a check, and I had another job." And she was like, the break rooms and the benefits, your wisely check. You take money out your check whenever you want. And she said, for people going around talking about, I don't want to work at Amazon. I don't want to work at Amazon. And she was like, if you stay up all morning anyway, why not work? Why waste your time staying up doing nothing when you could be working? And I said, you said everything I was about to tell you. I was about to tell her, I said, I stay up anyways. Amazon's kind of perfect for me. I have to work and move fast too, so Amazon kind of perfect for me. And I was like, and she said, the only caveat is the fact that the managers don't be managing and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you're right. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But that was basically it. She was like really in tune. So I told her, make sure you be watching out the next month or two for our warehouse and how to of a Marlboro. I don't know. But you said you had something to say about the moving up thing. Sarah,
Yeah.
you said you had something to move up. You was moving up and stuff like that. About skipping.
Um, no, not really. This is technically about someone else, but today is April,
Yeah.
and April 9th is when I reach my 90 days, so I'll be
Mhm.
like a full-time team member. So my manager, me and her was talking about my schedule for April and what that would look like, and that's when I texted in the group chat talking
Yeah, I seen
about
that.
it's gonna be my last month in this bitch, cause she was like, and I made a joke actually. I was like, dang, when am I gonna like switch communities? And she was like, um, this may be your last month, and she started laughing, cause she knows what me and her been through in this community. I was like, okay. Then I was joking around, but then me and her had like a sit down conversation about like my performances and all that, how she was as a manager like these last 3 months, whatever, right? She knows my goals, and she has been technically great of like trying to achieve them, but rewinding it on Friday, I get a call from my coworker that's also a floater. She got hired in December, I got hired in January. So that's like something that we both kind of bonded over, the fact that we were the only ones and that was new to the company that got hired in the winter time, stuff and that, whatever.
Mhm.
So she told me her goal and I told her my goal. She has a bachelor's degree in HR, and then I have associates in residential property and business. So even though like our paths are different, we both understand business.
Yeah.
That's what we had in common. But, she has a family and I don't. So like when it came to pay, I really didn't negotiate the way like my family. and everybody wanted me to negotiate because it was up for negotiation. I could have went higher, basically.
Yeah.
But I did it because like I knew that number one, I didn't have property management experience, and I didn't feel like, you know, declining an offer just for them to redo it. Like I just wanted the job.
Right.
So, but my coworker, the first impression that I got was that she negotiated and failed.
Mm.
So like that put into perspective how she felt about the company, like from the jump. So going back to the phone call, well, before the phone call, before I started going to Baltimore, I was around up the street from me. There's a community that's a part of my company that we run. So I was like 5 minutes away of a drive. She, I tell her like, first I want to kind of move up. The same thing you said, Demetrius.
Mhm.
You said, and I agree, I want to move up step by step so I can kind of get those accolades to my name that I'm worth more than just skipping to the next step. Because one thing that me and my manager bumped heads at was that she was trying to offer me leasing manager like a month in. And I told her like even though I would love the position, like I don't think I'm management material yet. I think that's like kind of irresponsible for me to just accept a position. She was like, okay, okay, don't worry, we'll figure something out. Like, don't worry. And then I talked to the director, and she was like, no, you shouldn't feel like you need to settle down to any community yet. Like, continue learning, this and that,
Mhm.
build your skills, things of that nature, right?
Yeah.
On the other hand, my coworker, I'm gonna just say Leah. Leah's mindset is that she wants to get into the position now and start making more money based on the title and not her skills. Keep in mind,
Mm.
she got hired in December, I got hired in January. One of the business development specialists, mind you, there's three development specialists. I have the one that's really cool, technically the only black one. Let's really say how it is. Like,
Mhm.
Leah has the white lady that tried to hire me and I declined, but then accepted the one I have
Somebody
now.
else's. I know that shit was weird as shit in the office, yo.
It was. Oh my god, I don't even want to think about it. But yeah, so there's three. The other one who just had a baby, she's been out of office since January, so like I didn't really have time with her. She's like the youngest out of the three. My manager is like the oldest out of the three. That's been there. Like she has accolades, Demetrius. I'm telling like she won awards for that company because if it wasn't for her, since she's been working there like 30 years.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for her, like the company would not be doing as great. And she's only a business development specialist. Like she's not even a director yet. And I was telling her today, like, how are you more subconscious about that than anybody? Because everybody like looks up to her. Like her energy is great. But besides the point, going to the phone call. Cause like it's hard to explain what Leah's goal was because I understood my goal, and it's also hard to explain my goal because you would kind of have to know the ladder. So like right now I'm a leasing professional, but then there's leasing manager, but then if you want to hit like standard corporate, you would have to like pick out of the three. It's just hard to explain, and I'm still even confused on that ladder. But
Mhm.
um so she calls me and she's like, "Hey, is it a good time to speak?" I was like, and this is when I was driving home. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm driving home. Like, it's no problem." So me and her, we're catching up. She's telling me the tea about her community. I'm telling her what I've been going through with this girl at Baltimore. So like we just chatting it up. Now she tells me, hey, I just accepted leasing manager here. So like I congratulated her. Like I have nothing against her doing that. I was like, that's amazing. This is what you technically, even though this is not what you wanted, because she said she wouldn't do it. Like there's a big reason why she would. And I'm thinking it's because she wants to grow, she wants to whatever. But then when I got home, we started like talking. I guess we was talking about other stuff. She started talking about pay. And then I was like, oh, I guess we're talking about pay now. I told her how much I was making. She told me how much she was making. Mind you, she's making more.
Yeah.
But I think she wanted me to react like, oh my God, why are they paying you more than me?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like she wanted that reaction. But I kind of just gave her
That's
that
good
makes
though.
sense. No, no, no. I said that makes sense. She was
Mm.
like, how so? I was like,
No, see,
yeah.
God
You're
damn.
right. That's what I'm saying. So when you said that you wanted to climb the ladder, this conversation solidified me why so many people fail in like businesses and management, I guess, because people move up solely for what the position is and the potential pay. Mind you, you're not guaranteed that pay. You're guaranteed that pay based on skill. And if you can perform the job skill, not the skills that you already have, because the skills
Yeah.
that you already have may not solidify the the job title.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like people are too fixated to the manager um title that they don't do a good job and they wonder why they're getting paid less than what it is. Now mind you, in February, Leah's and I's goal was to have 3 move-ins for February and March because we were new. We didn't think we could lease apartments. Demetrius, guess how many she got versus how many I got?
How many?
In the last 2 months since working, I had reached almost 16 move-ins. Guess how many this girl got?
I'm scared. How many she got?
Bro, one.
Oh hell no. Oh
That's
hell
what
no.
my manager. That's Demetrius, your reaction, like saying, "Oh hell no," that's literally what my manager did. But I'm gonna get to my manager's opinion on that. Just give me 1 second, cause I didn't think of. I think deep down my conscience was thinking about it because when we started talking about pay, she wanted me to react like, "Oh, how could they be paying more than you?" Or she wanted me to have some regret, like, "No, Sarah, you should have negotiated higher, this and that." And I'm like, and I had to explain to her, for me, being in this business is not for money. Like, I genuinely like what I do, and I feel like I'm getting paid what I'm deserve right now because I'm learning. I'm not looking for like a super, I don't know if I'm super close to the mic, but
No, you got.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not looking for like this extravagant pay just because the industry can pay that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I told her
You just
that.
like the job, do the job, and you get paid. You know what I'm saying? And you understand your
Yeah.
pay. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just feel like what I'm getting paid relatively makes sense because I make mistakes. And I
Yeah.
don't want those big mistakes that happen in the long run to affect my pay or to affect like I want them to see like dang from this point to that point she exceeded so well from the mistakes that she did now to what she's representing now. Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll give her a bump before the year ends. Like that's what
Yeah.
my manager was saying. She was like, if you show some type of effort, we compensate for that. And
Yeah.
Demetria, there's a lot of ways to make money in this business, just your regular pay. You can make money from move-ins. You can make money from traveling if you help other communities, which I'm doing. You can get paid by what else? How did I else got paid? Just like little stuff, like health stuff. Like I don't know. There's just so many opportunities to make money. Like you're always able to do something. There's not a boring day at work.
Yeah.
So I explained that to her. Now this is where it got sticky. She before all the so there's three floaters. Me, this the guy that speaks seven languages, and her. Leah got trained to be leasing manager as a leasing professional.
Mm.
So she's not a manager, but when she went to different communities, the communities that treat her bad, which I believe, they kind of forced her to do manager work as a leasing professional so she'll keep her current pay.
Mm.
So they kind of said, oh, I mean, you've already have leasing manager experience just or you were trained to be that. Why don't you okay deny these files, call these people to be approved, look over these reports. Like they're giving her all these work, and I used to feel bad for her. I'm like, damn, I don't go through that. Like I get guided to do it. Like I don't do all that. She started feeling overwhelmed and felt like she wasn't being properly compensated for it. So when she was on the phone with me after she accepted the leasing manager position where she's at, she told me, "You think I should go to the director and ask to get compensation for all the work I've been doing the last 3 months of
Mm.
manager work?" And I was quiet and I was like, "Leah, you why are you looking for compensation when you could just put that on your appraisal or put that on your like a sheet where you have all your skills and all the things that you can do in the job and just present that like your work shows you don't have to
Yeah.
get
That's
compensated
that's
for it."
see that's the big piece right there. That your work show it for yourself. Your work it proves how good of a worker you are, and it shows your stat record. And that was key. Yeah, that was key right there. That was key point.
Yeah, and she would rather skip to the head boss, tell her, "Hey, this is how I thought of it," because she was like feeling it. She was like, "Oh, I'm already being offered leasing manager all the communities I'm around. I might as well get compensated from the current manager that I'm at right now." And I was like, "Leah, as business terms," and I had to tell you, I had to teach her, and I only got my associates. I was like,
Mhm.
if I was running a business, I'm not just giving you compensation just because you're you did the work. You did the work for the pay that you agreed on. Like simple as that. I don't But one thing I did feel bad on, and I understand why HR did this, she said that she wanted more than 50,000 for the position of leasing manager, right? I'm gonna just say the
Mhm.
ballpark was like more than 50,000.
Mhm.
HR was like, "Nope, we're not gonna pay you this. We're gonna pay you this amount," and it was lower than 50,000. She told me the number, and I was like, "Damn." I mean, low key, if I was in your position, I wouldn't take that. For a manager, no.
Do she do manager work, or do she seem like she's good? 'Cause I know
That's,
jobs like that, they serious on if you good enough to do the work.
yeah. And I think after this point, it really does seem like HR really looks at the resumes and the stuff that you've done and they evaluate your pay based on that because that's how they did me.
Yeah.
Like when they did my resume and they looked over everything that I've done with the director and everything, they evaluated it. and then they said, hey, we are gonna offer you this. You'll be eligible for appraisal around May. Like
Mhm.
everybody's around May. So like to me, I wasn't